Satnam, Namaste, and Shalom. Welcome to Viyahta's Tiny House Village and Yoga in Nature with Viyahta. And I've got some health tips for you, but welcome. It's a nice warm day in Florida. We still got lots of sun and heat in Florida. And so I'm grateful. I'd rather have the heat than the cold. And I tell you, I did a video on my YouTube channel, Viyahta's Tiny House Village, about porcelain. I've had a lot of comments about it. And I am so grateful. I just tell you, I have to give you a scenery, a shot of my growing porcelain landscape. Because what I worked a lot in my yard to uncover the porcelain. If you go to my video, you'll see how much uncovering of porcelain, Parslane. It's food, and the weeds are covering the porcelain. So you should go through your yard if you have a yard, or even go to the park, and you'll see all kinds of porcelain. So I have to show you just the porcelain that has been uncovered lately. I hope you can see all this porcelain. If you can see the pink flowers are all weeds. They were weeds before I uncovered them. So now I've got a yard full of weeds. I don't know if you can, yard full of porcelain over there. And I worked hard. And these are all the porcelain from the white and pink. The bigger ones are from Home Depot and Lowe's. And the smaller ones, the pink ones, they grow in your yard naturally. And if you Google porcelain, it's all edible. The pink porcelain, I took a picture of it on my phone, and I had an app that said, this is pink porcelain, and it's edible. So excited, because it's everywhere. I even went to my front yard, and there's some growing out there. It's just everywhere. So there's no worries about food shortage. The only concern you have is your tongue. You're adapting your tongue to natural foods. Porcelain tastes like, I just can't describe it. I put it in my salad. I just take, when I was working in the yard, I just plucked a stem from it and just put it in my mouth and chew it. It is rich in amino acids and all kinds of nutrients. See, the Creator has not left us to die or starve, as the media would have you believe. We're going to have a food shortage. No, we're going to have a food shortage of processed food. Yay! Get it off the shelves. But we don't have a food shortage of natural, raw, healthy vegetables and fruit, because most cities have farmers market. If you don't have a farmers market in your area, find one, because those people have been working for your benefit, and you can get food and store it for the winter. You can can vegetables, fruit. I buy pickles and fermented okra, pickled okra, from a guy, and relish. He makes pickles, okra, and relish from his farm. And when the jar was empty, I was like, now what am I going to do with all this good juice, this vinegar, whatever he used? So guess what? I bought some cucumbers and zucchini and put it in the jar with the fermented juice, left it on the counter for a couple of days. Then I put it in the refrigerator. I got new pickled vegetables from not just buying from him, but going to the grocery store, buying some cucumbers and zucchini. And I might even add, I buy pickled onions from him too. You can pickle anything and it lasts longer. So buy your fresh vegetables from the market, and then make up a fermented solution. Like, he uses apple cider vinegar, I believe. Put those vegetables in that solution, and then when they're pickled well enough, keep them in the refrigerator, and you'll have plenty of food. And you can even, I'm sure you can pickle them, and they don't need refrigeration until you open them. Once you open them, I believe you're going to have to keep them in the refrigerator because then all the gases escape and whatever happens. But I'm just excited that I'm developing a yard full of food, not just grass, which we can't eat. So take that and run with it. Now, I have one more tip for you. It's time to clean out your colon, folks. And I've had this book for probably 30 years or more. You can see it's all really got spills on it, and they're called the Master Cleanser. Which now this is a book that talks about the cayenne pepper, maple syrup, lemon diet. And basically, the Master Cleanser, we were doing this about 30 years ago. I don't know how long, a long time. We were doing it in the health food store. Just people were buying all the materials and doing 40-day fast. Some people did 40-day fast. This is a good time to start. Why? Because winter months are coming and you want your body to be fit and strong for the cold weather. So I strongly suggest you find a way to detox all those summer garbage foods you've been eating. And the Master Cleanse is one way to do it. Here's the recipe: 2 tablespoons of lemon or lime juice, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and 1/10 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now, all of that you combine in 10-ounce glass of medium hot water. So if you want to make a larger quantity, then just increase the doses, like 2 tablespoons. If you want to make 20 ounces of beverage, then do 4 tablespoons. But if you're only doing a glass a day at a time, 10-ounce glass of the Master Cleanse. We're talking about cleaning out this temple to prepare for the colder months coming. For you at least, I don't know. We don't get cold until maybe December, January, and doesn't last long. So we can just do it anyway. 2 tablespoons of lemon or lime. That's about half a lemon or half a lime. 2 tablespoons of genuine, he says, maple syrup, not flavored stuff. 1/10 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and water, medium hot, purified or spring water in 10-ounce glass, and then fill with medium hot water, it says. Use fresh lemons or limes only, never the canned or that processed stuff. Use organic lemons when possible. Now, part of this cleanse is making sure your colon is releasing the bowels, that you're having regular bowel movements. And he does not recommend enemas. But I'm going to give you a caveat on that. He doesn't recommend enemas because he says it doesn't clean the whole digestive tract, the alimentary canal, doesn't clean from the mouth all the way through. So what he recommends is called a salt water rinse. And the salt water rinse it's hard for some people to get that down. But a salt water rinse is basically, and it is the more thorough way to clean out your colon and your whole mouth, from the mouth to the rectum. The salt water rinse is, let me see, a full quart of lukewarm water and add 2 level teaspoons of salt, uniodized sea salt. That's it. You take a quart of lukewarm water, distilled or filtered, and you put 2 teaspoons of sea salt in there. Mix it up and drink it all down at once, and you will be on the toilet for a while. Depending on how much clogged colon you have, that stuff's going to rinse out everything. Now, for some of you who have never done this before, it might take an hour, more than an hour. But for us who do this on a regular basis, half hour, you're in the bathroom, and it might come out in segments or different timing. Then you stay close to the bathroom though when you do this, because it's going to take a while to rinse everything out. And depending on the condition of your colon, it might take a couple hours. It might not even work for you. 2 teaspoons of salt might not be enough for you if you're not used to cleaning the colon, keeping the colon clean. And if you eat a lot of food every all day, 3 meals a day, snacks in between, you might need 4 teaspoons of salt. Now I know people are concerned about high blood pressure, and the salt doesn't affect that at all. He says that real clearly in here, that the salt is made, it stays in the solution, and this must be taken on an empty stomach, by the way. The salt and water will not separate, but will stay intact. Quickly and thoroughly wash the entire tract in about 1 hour. And I say it may vary for some of you who have a lot of food in there, stuck in there. Several eliminations will likely occur, so just be ready. Don't go shopping after you do this. Stay home. Several eliminations will, like the salt water, has some specific gravity as the blood. Hence, the kidneys cannot pick up the water and blood cannot pick up the salt. So, it can be taken as often as needed for proper washing of the entire digestive system. That's 2 teaspoons of salt in lukewarm water. So I'm suggesting everybody start thinking master cleanse, cayenne pepper, lemons, and maple syrup tastes great, like a lemonade. Let's start it. We don't, no pressure, but it's going to get cold soon up north, and you want to have your body detoxed and clean of all the garbage because the fear mongering is going to start big time next month, I believe. So you want to just be prepared. And that's why we come on here to do our stretching and bending and promote breathing, because breathing is the number one go to or solution for stress in my book. Now, you might ask, well, what do you know? I've been in the holistic health field for over 35 years now, maybe 40. 35 years. I worked in a health food store for 10 years, learned all I could learn, possibly learn about basic nutrition and health in 10 years in the store. And then I just went to the Trinity College, studied to be a master herbalist, learned more about Ayurvedic medicine and so much more. And then just basic life principles. My sister was my biggest teacher for me about emotions because um, her daughter was hit by a car in 2000, I think it was 2001 or 2. Her daughter was hit by a car. She died that evening. And my sister went into deep grief, unforgiveness, and guilt for the next, let's see, 2000, for the next 3 years at least. She worked a job, but she was in deep grief, unforgiveness, and guilt for a while. And so the last 9 months of her life, she came to live with me from Chicago. She came to live with me in Florida for 9 months, where we were working together as a team. I was still at the end of my career at the health food store, and I was going to help her get over this breast cancer that was diagnosed after, I think it was like 2 years after her daughter's death. She developed breast cancer in her left breast, which is all about child nurturing, not childhood, but child nurturing, nurturing your child. So she came to live with me for 9 months. We did coffee enemas. We did so many things. Alkaline water. She drank out so gallons of alkaline water. We did raw food. We did juicing, and the cancer just spread and ate right through her breast. She didn't have any more skin on the outside of her left breast because it just ate. It advanced quickly, accelerated because her emotions were driving this cancer. That was my biggest lesson for 9 months. The Creator gave me a 9 month in house class on emotional energy, energy in motion. That's why I do EFT, because energy, what's driving diseases is usually unforgiveness in my book. After 35 years, I think people just, they don't, we can't forgive ourselves for all the sin that the church put on us, the shame and guilt that the church put on us. We can't forgive all the sins we did, the promiscuity and the lying and the cheating and all that. We have a hard time getting over that, many of us. So shame, guilt, unforgiveness is huge. So if you can, if nothing else, if you're suffering from any disease, forgiveness is key to shift the energy of the disease and bring peace to your temple body, which is meant to experience everything, everything, death, divorce, job loss. We're meant to experience all of that. But the problem is we hold on to the grief and unforgiveness and guilt from the choices that we made. Let us work together to overcome our imperfections and all the guilt. So, my sister's end of her life was in being in room B3, taking 3 breaths at 3 o'clock. And that was the beginning of paying attention to the numbers, the universal language of numbers, because that death was like, whoa, three, all the threes. I'm like, what does that mean? And then I came up with even more threes in her life. Her name was Trian. Tri, and Ann, which meant 3 and 1. So that her name itself was a perfect example of her purpose on earth, her assignment on earth to teach me, especially about emotions, and then to share with you the importance of letting go of emotion. So I want to do just a couple rounds of tapping on unforgiveness. That's so important to heal your body. So you start here, even though I have this unforgiveness that I'm holding for all the choices I made that just hurt other people, that hurt myself, that caused my womb to be out of balance because all the men I allowed in the temple. I deeply love and accept myself anyway, even though I spoke mean words to my children, and I couldn't forgive myself for a while because they were so wounded, and poor little kids were crying because I was so mean to them. I love myself anyway. And even though I didn't treat my parents well most of my childhood and in my adult life, I neglected my parents. I love myself anyway. So, all this unforgiveness I've held on to for mistreating myself, first of all, I'm letting go of all this unforgiveness, not treating my children the way they should have been treated, loved, and cared for. And even though I had all this unforgiveness, mistreating my parents and my coworkers, I'm letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. I'm loving myself more, loving myself more. I'm able now to forgive myself for all of the choices I made that have taught me a valuable lesson, the power of energy in motion, emotions. Letting go of all the blockages in my body that have caused me to have bumps and bruises and all kinds of things in my body that don't need to be there. If I just let go of all the unforgiveness I've held, letting go of unforgiveness, letting go. I love myself unconditionally. Letting go, I forgive myself. I forgive my friends and my family for not loving me more. I forgive myself. I am grateful. Gratitude is the highest, one of the highest emotional vibrations you can have to heal the body. I am so grateful for this time in this moment to learn how to love me more and forgive myself more. I forgive all the choices I made that caused other people harm, and I forgive all the feelings and emotions that I held on to that caused my body to go into imbalance and out of homeostasis. Love, love, love. I love you. I am circulating love and joy to every part of my body. Take a deep breath. Grab your wrist. Shalom, peace, peace, peace. Shalom, peace. Another deep breath. Deep breath, deep breath. Shalom, peace, peace. Deep breath, deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Gratitude, love, 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 and gratitude. How does that feel? Are you feeling a little lighter in your emotional state? Forgiving yourself for all the choices you made that you think were wrong. They weren't wrong, they were just part of the journey. All those emotions and feelings, just part of our journey. And now we're in a really great place. It's called now. Let's just celebrate the now of this day by using this, for instance, to bring the brain into balance. When we do this pressure on the head, light pressure on the head, separating the energy all the way back to the neck area, we're bringing balance to the brain. And you can maybe feel that in your legs, even tapping into the love part of our skin and our body, rubbing our hands together, placing them on the back and activating the vagus nerve, the tree trunk of our body, the vagus nerve, squeezing and releasing, squeezing and I feel that all the way down to my legs, squeezing and release, because the vagus nerve is a powerful, powerful pathway of energy, vibration. The trunk goes down the spinal cord all the way to the rectum, to the low first chakra, first energy center, all the way out to the arms. Let's tap into the thymus gland right here. Thymus gland is so important to build your immune system. Very important. Under the arm, get that lymphatic system draining. If you got a puff, you don't need a puff. You need a pit in there to drain all the. Use your hands to drain the lymphatic system on both sides. Tap out the poof there, the fatty stuff, the toxins. Tap it out, drain that. Tap on the arm. The skin loves to be touched. Touch that skin, touch that skin, touch your breast, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If there's any lumps in the breast, they just want to be loved. They're just need love lumps. Squeeze and then go under the breast and massage under the breast, massage under the breast. Go down to the micro bump around the navel, pat around the navel in one direction, then go the other direction, pat around the neck, and then let's put the hands on the back of the on the back of the hips, well, in the back where the hips are, and love on those kidneys and adrenal glands. Those adrenal glands are working overtime these days with all the stress messages coming out. Oh, I got to pull some more weeds today because my porcelain is looking gorgeous right now, and I got to have it spread all over the place. So let's just love on the kidneys and the adrenal glands. Give thanksgiving. Breathe in, breathe in. Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe in. Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. And let's just do some spinal flexing to loosen up the spine area. Grab hold of your lower legs and push that chest out, and then flex the back, push the chest out. And you can speed that up if you want. This is a great movement to loosen up your spine. Take your time, don't rush. Ah, garden looks so good. I got to get some water over here though. The plants are needing water. Oh no. Let's see, my jasmine is drained. Oh boy. Water, water, water today for my plants. We haven't had rain in a couple of days, so we had so much rain for a while. Now the rain stopped and the plants are thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. My basil especially is really drooping, so I'm gonna do some watering today. So okay, so let's pause and let's just bring one foot over on the other side. Wrap your arm around and twist as far as you can. Hold this pose to give your spinal cord a vertical twist. Sit up tall. Breathe in this position. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and come back around. Let's try the other side. Wrap that arm around and go twist the other direction. Breathe in, and come back around. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake those legs out. Touch those toes. Reach out and touch. If you're sitting, just reach out, touch those toes. Go if you can reach your toes, touch, give those toes a little massage. Give a pat all the way down your legs, all the way down the legs. And let's just stand up now. We want to stand. I can't stay out here too long. It's super hot. I didn't bring my hat. But let's just stand up for a little bit and do some stretching if you can. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's just pat down those thighs, pat down the hips, and let's just put our hands on our hips and just rotate those hips, loosen up the thighs and the hips, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. And let's reverse that, go the other direction, other direction. And let's pause. Let's rub our hands together. And let's give our lower chakra, our lower energy center, some energy love. Hold those hands there and breathe in. Breathe in and out. Giving some energy starting at the lower chakra or the lower energy center. These are energy centers that go all the way above your head even. Breathe in and out, holding that energy there. Feeding your reproductive area. And we're going to move up to the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat, the head, and up and around. Bring the arms around. Let's do that one more time. Raise that energy all the way up through those energy centers and back around. One more time. Up, bring it, raise that energy up through all the energy centers, your chakras, back around. And just let's do some cross energy lifting. This is balancing the energy centers on both sides of your body. When you cross your arms and pat the other leg, this is a great exercise to balance all the energy centers in your body. And let's just keep that going because some of us are really off balance. And this can help you get back into balance when you cross your arms and pat the thigh on the opposite thigh. All right, let's pause. Give that gluteus. We've been sitting. Let's give that gluteus some love. Dog God is here. Dog is here. Dog is backwards for dog or God. Pat that butt, give that butt some energy. And let's just do some stretching, stretch those sides up and down, palms flat, stretch. Take your time. Stretch. Ooh, feels great. Stretching. And let's just take a moment to we didn't do our neck circles. So let's just circle that neck around. Slowly breathing. Stretching the neck muscles around. Breathing in and out. Once again. Okay, let's go the other direction. In and out, in and out. Stretching, 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 stretching. Okay, let's pause there and let's just lean that head over to one side and hold it there. Just stretch, let that muscle get some real stretch. Just hold that head to the side, breathing in and out. Then let's go to the other side. Hold it there, breathing in and out. Now let's come back up. Let's just turn the head upward. Turn the head, stretching, 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 and turn the other way. Stretching, 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 and back to center. And this time let's do chin to chest. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then stretch all the way back. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you have any pain, just take that hand and lay it on the area where there's pain and just squeeze and release. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Breathe. Now let's just see if you can touch your toes, bending over, touching your toes, and then reaching up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach up to the sky, bending over, touching the toes. Do this every day, even if you're in a chair, just reaching up as far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And bending over as far as you can. And one more time, reach up to the sky. Up, reach, 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 reach. And back down to earth. Good job. We've done a lot of stretching here. And I think we want to do some Tai Chi movements. We always start with syncing the chi, sync the chi, at bringing the energy from heaven, from the sky down to our body. And then we want to just move slowly, stretching out the body, moving slowly at your own pace, moving, circulating all the parts of the body, lifting the feet, enjoying the atmosphere, just slowly twisting and moving, twisting and moving. Go down as far as you can, twisting and moving. Whew, my poor plants are starving for water. So let's just pause, and I'm going to go right into Shavasana because I see that a lot of people have problems being still. And so I want to help you spend some still time. Being still on your backs. I'm going to put on, let's see, Melan music, the singing bowls, so that you get get used to spending more time in stillness, just breathing. And I'm going to join you. Just, oh, it's so hot out here. We're going to just lay on our backs and listen, integrate. When you integrate, you're integrating sounds, your breath, and movement. In this case, there's going to be very little movement, but we want you to integrate the sounds around you. And in my case, it might be birds, airplanes, whatever, and your breath. So, to the sound of Melan's, Meilan is her name, sound healing. This is sound healing music. On your back, palms up, eyes closed, integrating your breath and the sound of her voice and her music. Okay, now it's time to wiggle your toes and fingers. Breathe your rock side to side. Bring the bottom of your feet together with your hands. Rub those hands and feet together. Hug those knees again. They keep hugging, 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 hugging. Rock side to side. And rock to one side and push up. And come to a sitting position. And breathe in. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. And take this time the rest of your day to get some sun. If you haven't been outside with me, it's time to get out in sun. It's September. Summer is ending for most of you people up north, not here. It's still hot as heck here in Florida. But for those of you who are up north, summer is about to end. So, again, if you missed the beginning of the show, go back and get the recipe for a good detox to start you off for the fall winter season. You don't want to wait till December to detox and fast. No. Start now detoxing, getting rid of some of those heavy foods you've been eating all summer. Get rid of them. Beginning of the show, go back and listen to the beginning for the recipe for the master cleanse and your salt rinse. And here's the thing I didn't mention. If you want to do an enema, enemas are fine occasionally, but remember, Dr. Burroughs, Stanley Burroughs does not recommend enemas. But in the therapies in the New Mexico and the Gerson therapy and all those clinics in New Mexico or Mexico that help people get rid of their disease, they use coffee enemas. So here's a recipe for coffee enemas that I didn't mention because we don't recommend them too often. But if you want to do them, they're very helpful to release the toxins from the liver and gallbladder. That's the whole purpose of a coffee enema. Is the caffeine gets into the colon, you get that tube up your butt and let the coffee run through your on while you're laying on your right side, you let that coffee run in. Actually, when you're on all fours, you let the coffee run in. You lay on your right side to let the coffee just float around in your colon, and the caffeine on that end is better than this way. But the caffeine on that end is stimulating the liver and the gallbladder to release toxins. So I would recommend maybe a coffee enema once a week. And see how you feel. And then go back to, if you're doing the master cleanse, go back to a salt rinse when you need it. The salt rinse is there if your bowels aren't moving regularly. If they're not, when you're doing a master cleanse or any cleanse, if you're not moving that stuff out every day, you need a salt rinse. So go back to the beginning, see the recipe for do a salt rinse when you don't have a bowel movement one day, you need to get a salt rinse in there to move that stuff out. In the meantime, coffee enemas are great. In fact, I'm planning to do one today because it's been a while. It's been years since I did one, and a friend of mine were talking about the benefits of a coffee enema. Stimulate that liver and gallbladder to let go what the salt rinse doesn't do. So enjoy your detoxing. It's fun. I'm out here sweating like crazy, so I'm detoxing just by being in the sun. And I hope you enjoy your detox because this is a sacred temple, and it's the most advanced biological computer in the planet. This amazing biological computer is here to help us navigate on this planet Earth while we're here. And on Friday mornings, I help you navigate even more with health and well-being with Viyahta for 2 hours. I'm on Blog Talk Radio, the Female Solution, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join me there. And if you want to partner with me in your detox cleansing process, go to my website, yourholisticlifecoach.com. And I have a 3-step protocol to start you off, and we can partner together to get this temple at its best, cleansed, strengthened, and powerful. And remember, you are great. You came out of a great womb of your mother. And the energy that put all this together, it's called greatness and love. We are all made out of greatness and love. So go out and be your great self, please. We need, the planet needs you. Wake up, wake up. Consciousness is here. All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy the sun. And I love you. Sat Nam, Namaste, and Shalom.